Hi, and welcome to our first ever community drive, the Reach Out Initiative. I will be your host, Brandon Coe.
And me, Maiko. In the past, we at Trimarks have made efforts in promoting up-and-coming directors where we ourselves were relatively new, and as time passed on, we tried to improve on our previous concept.
While promoting said directors through shoutouts and subboxing proved to be a friendly gesture, it has not benefited directors in the most important way, a way to help and ease their way into the field.
It is our belief that the best way to do so is through motivation.
And what better way to motivate than to reward someone for doing things they already like to do?
And with that statement, we open our initiative.
So what exactly is the Reach Out Initiative?
It's actually quite simple. You make a film, we present you with a gift.
But there must be a catch then.
Not at all. The goal of the initiative is to help people who otherwise can't afford to get proper equipment, to produce films at a higher standard and quality.
That's right, the idea is very straightforward. You create a film within the parameters, and after it is aired, you will receive one of many gifts we have in store.
I would like to note, however, this is not a charity, so don't think of it as one.
Correct. You actually have to participate and create a legitimate film in order to receive the gift.
Wait, didn't we just say we want to help people? Why do we have requirements of a film here?
Well, Mike, we must see if the person attending is actually passionate about machinima, about creating their own world and story and bringing it to life using games as a medium.
Yep, that's right. We are pouring a lot of our own earned money into this. We estimate around $1,000 worth of items handed out if we get a healthy stream of participants. So we must be sure that people who participate are not doing this to receive only a gift, but because they want to have equipment which will further their filmmaking up a notch.
So what exactly must they do, and what are the prizes?
Great question, Brandon. It's almost as if you're reading a script. Since our gifts will be well within a $100 range, the requirements for the films will be somewhat unique but not outrageous. Let's go over them first before we announce the gifts.
And to help us announce the requirements, Jesse of Machinematic News.
Hello everyone, I'm Plasma Chief 1, or Jesse Prefer as I'm sure you just heard, and I'm here to help inform you about all the details you'll need to know about the Reach Out Initiative, hosted by the lovely people over at Trigrams Productions to help you, the Machinima community, do what you do best. Now I'm sure you're ready to get joined, so let's get started with the requirements for your submissions. The rules are as follows. The film must be story-oriented. If action is present in the film, it cannot be more than 20% of the entirety of the film. Your film must run for a minimum of 8 minutes. There is no maximum time limit, however. Your film cannot be gag comedy. It may incorporate comedy, of course, but it has to have structure. The game engines that the participants can use are Halo, Skyrim, Minecraft, Source Filmmaker, and Garry's Mod. The film you submit must include the Reach Out logo, which will be provided to all participants. The film must be unique and new, and has to stand alone, meaning they can't belong to a series. It must be created solely for the initiative. Creative films cannot be recreations or rebrandings of older films. Films cannot have copyrighted content such as music or images. Lastly, the film cannot include a personal logo for the creator of the film or of their channel. This is for the purpose of uniformity, as being part of the initiative as opposed to a public release. Okay guys, that should be everything. Now that they have all the juicy details, I'm going to swing you back over to Mike and Brandon. Good luck guys.
Thank you, Jesse.
Wow, that is a lot of guidelines.
True, but there are general things that every director already follows, using simple human rules of conduct. Plus, it has to be there because after all, the gifts will be worth it.
Speaking of which, what are they?
Another great question. You're on a roll today, Brandon. The following are the prizes you will get if you take on the initiative. Hauppauge HD PVR 2. Ever feel outdated with your Dazzle or sick of subpar recording the cards or even have Hauppauge version 1? Hauppauge version 2 is a thing for you.
Snowball microphones. Small, portable, and great for any voice acting task ahead of you.
And maybe even a pop filter to go with them. AT2020 microphones. Feel like going pro? AT2020 mic might be the thing for you.
PX3 Turtle Beach headset. PC, Xbox, PS4, you name it. This thing can handle it. Comfy, sturdy, and light.
Amazon gift cards. Not the most original thing, but hey, it's better than a $10 McDonald's coupon.
Holy guacamole, I can get all of that! Let me fire up my old setup.
Whoa there, horsey. Hold your horseshoes there. There are some rules we have to go over first.
I knew it.
But before we go on, we once again would like to remind you, this is not a charity. You have to put in labor in the form of making a legitimate film, and as hosts, considering we are doing this out of our own pocket, we can't simply just not give you any restrictions. We see restrictions, we see fit to make this initiative fair for all.
Indeed. We are talking about a large sum that we're throwing at this, and money is never a joking point. So before you proceed, we suggest you leave your problems, personal issues, and the like at our doorstep.
The moment you decide to apply, you are entering a business environment where friends does not apply or exist. This is part of our initiative, ability to separate emotion and business apart. We view machinima as a hobby, but that does not mean it must be treated with less respect than an actual occupation. But enough with the moral side of things. Rules and guidelines, hell yeah!
There is absolutely no plagiarism. Self-explanatory. If we suspect that you in any way or form are copying, borrowing, or using a previously created film, you will be removed from the initiative.
There is no foul-mouthing, negativity, or confrontation with fellow participants. There is no reason to be aggressive. This is not a contest or a competition. You aren't fighting for prizes. Any hostilities, insults, and quarrels will result in participants' removal regardless of who has started it. If a complaint will be filed, it will be investigated and guilty party will be removed.
You may use any program at your disposal, and any help from a mentor or a more experienced director. However, all of the work must be done by you and you alone. Any suspicion of such an act will result in your removal from the initiative.
You may not do a collaboration. Point of this initiative is to help people who are either struggling or can't afford proper equipment. This is aimed at people passionate about their hard work, their vision, their imagination, who do films for their enjoyment. We simply offer them a bonus for their hard work.
There is one film, one chance, one gift per applicant. Once again, we are not a charity and we do not plan on throwing these away. If you mess up and be removed, it is final and you are eligible to do only one film and receive only one of the gifts, which will be discussed upon completion of the initiative.
Applicants will have a set time in which they can complete their film. There will be no extensions and no bonuses for finishing earlier or having shorter or longer film. It is your vision. While you will have a certain time allotted for the project, if you're passionate, you will be able to comfortably complete it in time.
Applicants will have a month and a half to complete the film from the day of this video's posting, the last day being September 20th.
Applicants will be asked to give weekly updates on their projects. This is done both for our assurance that you are serious about the initiative, as well as to inform the viewers of your dedication and hard work, and ultimately to promote your reputation as a director.
All applicants will have to fill out a simple application form for records. Contents of the application will be kept private, however, your entrance into the initiative will be announced as part of the Welcome the Directors update we will be doing.
Participants will create a film that conforms to the criteria and will privately upload to their channel, at which point we will skim through it, and if it does not break any rules, it will be featured at the host channel of Trigrams Productions until the end of the initiative. Note: film may not be posted in any other channel or made public on any other media site, including their own channel. After all, we give something. It is only fair to give us exclusivity until the end of the initiative, at which point we will delete it from our channel and you may publicize it the way you see fit. Breaking this rule, however, will result in removal from the initiative. These are more or less common sense rules, both for your and our security. And with that, we smoothly go into application.
The application process is easier done than explained. It will consist of 3 steps. Step 1. You'll have to email us at trigramsdirector@gmail.com with your first and last name, age, gender, screen name, 1-paragraph description of yourself and why you're applying and how you found out about the initiative, and a link to your YouTube channel. This is for our records. Since we are dealing with real physical items, we would need to know if you could sign for them at arrival, assuming it will be required. In most cases it will not, or it can be done via an adult, or if the delivery man is corrupt. By your own hand. Step 2. At this point, we will review your application. If you are eligible, you will receive an email back with a congratulation as well as a Word document containing a copy of rules and guidelines. Consider this as a contract. You will have to fill in proper spots with needed information. This document will hold absolutely no legal value. However, you signing it will be put into our records, which will signify your immediate acceptance into the initiative, at which point we will set aside part of our resources for your gift. Step 3. Send the signed and filled out Word document back as a final step of the application process.
If you do not receive an email back or will be rejected, we are not responsible to give you a reason. We run on a verbal contract most of the time, which is applicable here as well. It might not be written, but your agreement to do something is form of a contract. Breaking it for any reason shows us your inability to be responsible and professional. And in that case, we do not believe you're deserving to be helped. We aim to see people flourish, even if it won't be due to our gifts.
Yes, it seems like a lot to take in, but after all, we are taking all the risk and potentially $1,000 worth of gifts to be distributed. And a lot of these are common sense. Unfortunately, we do not have a similar action to take example of, so we must set, if not a precedent, at least a vague idea.
We also may not receive any applicants at all or have enough to publicly broadcast it, in which case we will select 3 or 4 directors we see worth and equip them fully.
So, wait, they don't have to fight at all?
Nope, if you're accepted, you automatically will be getting something after your film goes live.
And there is no judging?
Absolutely none. Our aim is to create an initiative that will show coexistence, individuality, and ability to be part of a community without belonging to a subsection of it, creating films and be compensated for it.
However, we do not ignore the wisdom of those who came before you or fellow rising stars. We will have an evaluators panel.
They do not judge, give points, or decide who is worth of a gift. This panel will have one goal: evaluate your film and help you, the director, by critiquing it, which will also follow a small code of conduct.
This panel, however, is not open to the participants. If you're a director and you have no desire to get the gift by making a film and prefer to help via evaluation, please send us a PM through YouTube and we will discuss it further.
If you're an established director and you want to contribute to the initiative, please send us your idea and we will work it out to benefit the participants the best.
And you, viewers, we would like to ask you for a big favor. When the films of these directors do come, hide your anger and your spitefulness. Be positive, be supportive. They make films so you have something to enjoy, and your support by subscribing to their channel and supporting their names is more valuable than anything we will be able to provide. If you decide to be rude for whatever reason, we will not hesitate to remove your presence.
This is our Reach Out initiative, the best we could come up with to help the community out. As professionals we're trying to be about this, there's no denying that we put a lot of heart and soul into this project. If you're not interested, move on. If you are and have questions, post them away.
Well, this is it, guys. We've got our checkbooks ready.
And our email's open.
Apply away.
And good luck.